There's a version of life we all have in our minds. Sunsets on paradise islands, lazy days, and a simple life without a care in the world. Thailand, freedom, a second act, and if you're in your 50s, maybe even a chance to rewrite the script. But no one talks about the silence, the kind that creeps in after the noise fades, when the beach empties and you're left alone with your thoughts in a place that doesn't quite know you, and maybe never will. I want to share the day in the life of a travelling nomad, the ups, the downs, the self-doubt that creeps into your mind sometimes. Nomad life isn't always a holiday. It's waking up in a country that isn't yours. Yes, there's freedom here, but it comes at a cost. Distance from family, the safety of a familiar world, and then there's Thailand. She'll give you everything you think you want, ease, beauty, and freedom. And she'll also test you, quietly, because starting over in your 50s isn't always romantic. It's confronting. It forces you to ask questions most people spend their lives avoiding. Who are you? So you're fed up with the Western grind and you're thinking, stuff it, I'm selling up and getting the hell out of here. And honestly, when you're young it's easy. But for most of us at this age, it's not that simple. We're at the tail end of our careers, we've raised the kids, paid the mortgage, paid our dues, and now we're starting to ask ourselves, is it finally our turn? But not everyone's brave enough to pack up their life and start again, because the fear kicks in, the self-doubt. What if I run out of money? What if I get sick? What if something happens and I can't get to a hospital? What if I leave my family? There's a lot to think about. Trust me, I've wrestled with all of it. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the real side of expat life and not just the dream you're being sold. I break down the 4 human costs of freedom that you'll have to grapple with as an expat. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you if I think it was all worth it. Because the dream is one thing, but the reality is another. All right, Groovers, we're at the bus stop in Phon Pisai, waiting for our 10-hour journey down to Bangkok. The first human cost of freedom is distance from your family. People talk a lot about what you gain when you leave your old life behind, the freedom, the lower cost of living, the adventure, but they don't talk much about what you lose. And I don't mean just possessions or routines, I mean the quiet things, the human things, the birthday dinners you miss, the family barbecues that keep happening without you, the old mates who slowly stop calling because, well, life moved on. You think the world you left behind will somehow pause without you, but it doesn't. Your grandkids grow up, your parents get older, your kids' birthdays, and at my age, you understand time differently. You start realising there's only so many Christmases left with certain people, only so many phone calls, only so many moments before life changes again. That stuff weighs on you sometimes. I made this choice willingly. A lot of us do. Because sometimes staying in the life you've outgrown feels lonelier than leaving it. But I do think people deserve honesty about this lifestyle. You can absolutely build a beautiful new life overseas, but it comes at a cost. Okay, let's have a look at this bargain hotel. We are in Punawithi right here, right next to the BDS line. It's literally 2 minutes there. That makes this location very, very affordable, not only for the local food here, but the hotel here is going to set you back between 600 and 700 baht a night. That is a bargain. So check it out, guys. This is what you get for 600 baht, or 6 to 7, depending on the time of year. But I come here all the time. It's nothing flash. It's got everything you need though. It's a reasonable bathroom in here. Mind the mess. I've tried to tidy her up a little bit. We're actually on our way out, so I had them come in and clean it. But you got this massive fridge, which is a lot bigger than a lot of the hotel fridges that you get. They give you your generic coffees every day, your 2 coffees and a couple of waters, which is always handy. They were kind enough to bring this little desk in for me, so they were very accommodating. We've been here for 4 days. Nice big bed, side tables. You've got cable TV. Now, there's got to be 50 channels on the cable, so You got plenty of entertainment on there, and you got a balcony out there and some city views. So you really can't beat this for value. I used to stay in Nana, and it was very expensive. I did the whole pool, and I was right there. But you can stay here at a fraction of the cost. It's literally a quarter of the cost out here. And the major bonus is the BDS line right there. You could literally throw a rock from here to the BDS line, and the BDS is going to set you back. I think it's 100 baht return to Nana, so you can't beat it. You're not blowing your wad on taxis and grabs. For most of your life, you're taught that your values come from what you do. Your career gives you structure, purpose, identity. And after enough years, you stop separating the job from the person. Then one day it ends. Maybe you retire, maybe you get made redundant. Maybe you simply wake up exhausted and realise you can't keep doing it anymore. But how do you prepare for this? Because when the structure disappears, so does your identity. I think a lot of men quietly struggle with this after 50. And when you move overseas, that feeling can become even stronger. Back home, people knew your history. Your role in the world felt established. Here in Thailand, none of that really matters. You're just another foreigner trying to figure life out again. Some days that feels liberating, other days it feels unsettling. Because once the noise of the career and routine disappear, you're forced to confront a difficult question. Who are you when the title disappears? And look, not every man who comes to Thailand is broken. A lot of men come here searching for a different rhythm to life, a quieter life, a more meaningful one. For me, making videos, walking these streets and telling these stories gives shape to my days. Because without something meaningful to wake up for, even paradise can start feeling empty after a while. G'day everybody. We are out of here today. We're out of Bangkok and we are heading down to Jomtien today. So that's our next mission. We're going to be down there for a week to cover Jomtien and Pattaya, and we can't wait to get down there. So we're just putting final touches to our pack here. I had to send another big bag of camera gear by post back up north. I was very nervous because I've got some really expensive gear in there, but yeah, we're out of here. So we're going to take you along the journey. I hope you can join us. One of the strangest things about a nomad lifestyle is that you can spend the entire day surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Thailand is full of life. Markets, cafes, street food. But there's a difference between being around people and feeling part of a community. And I think that's something a lot of long-term expats quietly wrestle with. When you live a nomadic life, relationships become temporary by nature. People come and go constantly. You meet someone over a beer, have a great conversation, maybe even feel like you've made a genuine connection. Then a week later, they're on a flight to Vietnam or back home to Europe or Australia. Back home, friendships were built over decades. History, shared experiences, familiar faces. Out here, relationships can sometimes exist in fragments. Some days that doesn't bother me at all. Other days, I feel the distance. All right, groovers, we are out of here. Jomtien, see you later. What a great place. I had fun here, guys. It's very relaxing. And yeah, no, it was just a good vibe, but now we're off, we're all packed and ready. See, Patchy's looking beautiful as ever. Patchy. And yeah, we're a well-oiled machine. I just said that to Patchy. For nomads, we are a pretty tight team. We got this packed down, and I'll have to show you the process one day. But anyway, on that note, we're getting out of here. We're catching a bus from Pattaya to Hua Hin. Can you believe it? I love the transport system over here. A bus direct. So we'll see you at the bus stop. There's a version of nomad life that exists online, where everybody looks permanently relaxed. Sunsets, cocktails, infinity pools, smiling thumbnails. But the physical reality of this lifestyle can be very different, especially in your 50s. When you're younger, discomfort feels like part of the adventure. You can sleep anywhere, eat anything, recover quickly and keep moving. At our age, your body keeps score a little more honestly. The heat drains you faster, bad sleep affects you more, long travel days hit you harder than they used to. And after a while, you realise you're not just travelling anymore, you're maintaining yourself at the same time. That becomes part of daily life for me out here, managing energy, managing health, and managing my stress and my emotions. People assume that most men that come to Thailand are running away from something, but most of us are actually running towards something. Love, peace, simplicity, maybe a second chance. Leaving your country isn't the best answer for everybody, and only the brave can do it. But I wonder if I chose to move to another Western country, let's say America, because I can, would I still get the same negative stereotype comments? Also, there's a big difference to the nomadic lifestyle compared to settling down amongst the community. I do both, and I can tell you nothing beats coming back to my peaceful world up here in northeast Thailand. Leaving Australia at this stage of my life was the hardest but best thing I ever did. I found a new direction, a supportive partner. I do what I love over here and document this amazing world that I can share with you. Nomad life is not all unicorns and fairies, but I love it and enjoy the challenges. And if you enjoyed this thought-provoking video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright groovers, I'm going to show you my life. Basically is right there between me and the girl. That's our life in a couple of bags. That's a whole studio too, by the way. We've got the laptop, a couple of cameras, drones, all sorts of goodies. I have more camera gear than clothes, so. How did the tune go?